She loves me. Hey, don't you love me? She does. Hey guys, today will be my cat running away from me. 101. The fuck was that? Today will be my March TBR, and I'm excited about it. I've got some really good books to read, and I just want to get to reading them. I'm really excited about it. I already said that, didn't I? Okay, whatever. Let's get started. I picked 3 books from my A to Z challenge to read this March. They are all YA / mostly middle grade novels. So I have The Silent Boy by Lois Lowry for the O. So this book is about a girl named Katie who wants to be a doctor like her father, and as she follows him around on his rounds, she meets a boy named Jacob who doesn't speak, and everyone else kind of writes him off as an imbecile, it says, but she finds out that he is much, much more than that, and he has helped save his family in some way that's very intriguing. And I love Lois Lowry. The Giver and The Number of Our Stars are 2 of my favorite novels from my childhood, so I'm excited to read a little bit more of it. In my February TBR, I said I was going to read Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan. Turns out I already read that book. I started reading the first couple pages and I was like, this seems familiar. So I went and I looked at my previous wrap-ups, and yeah, I read it over the summer. So I'm gonna go right ahead and read The Titan's Curse by Rick Riordan. This is the 3rd in the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. This is what I'm using for the U in my challenge. As you can see with these 2 books, I'm being a little liberal with the letters because these are what I have. I didn't feel like buying a whole new book that started with a U. Anyways, this is the 3rd book, as I said. Looks like they have to rescue Grover. I don't exactly know what this one's about. I just know that I have it and I should read it. The 3rd and last book I'm going to be reading for the challenge is If I Stay by Gail Forman. This seems like it's a between life and death type of book. Mia is the main character's name. I don't really know what it's about, but it has a bunch of blurbs back here saying how great it is, and it's a New York Times bestseller, and I think I've read something by Gail Forman before. If I haven't, then I've heard very good things about Gail Forman, and I'm pretty stoked to be reading this book. Then I went to the library in search of the next in the Shatter Me series. Surprise beyond surprise, they did not have it. I really wasn't all that shocked. But I did leave with 4 other books, because let's face it, we all know I have a problem. So these are the 4 books that I hopefully will be able to read this month, because they are due back in a month. The first is Aeon by Allison Goodman. Yep. It is the first in the Dragon Eye Reborn duology. And I haven't ever read a duology before, and I'm a little excited about it. I was reading the inside flap at the library, and at first I was like, oh, this is a boy who's trying to be a dragon master. Doesn't really sound like it's all that up my alley. And then it says, but actually, this is actually a girl. So it's not a spoiler, it's in the back flap, okay? I didn't spoil crap. Aeon is actually Iona, which is the title of the second of the duology, and that kind of sparked my interest. It's like a Mulan type of story, and I really like Mulan, so I'm going to give this a try. I've heard pretty good things about it. The next book is The Diviners by Libba Bray. I have almost finished A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I never actually finished the book because I really didn't give a crap about it. But this sounds much more interesting. There's magic involved. Well, there's magic in The Great and Terrible Beauty too, but whatever. This is in New York City in 1926. That's what caught my eyes. The Roaring Twenties, Great Gatsby type of thing. And also a New York Times bestseller. This book seems pretty interesting, and I love the time period it's set in. So the next one that I got from the library is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alare and these are Ari and Dante, and anything that has Aristotle on the cover I will read because I'm a nerd. And the fact that it's Aristotle and Dante seems really intriguing, even though they're just 20th century boys, but you know. The cover's really pretty. that book and the next one were at a display in the YA section of my library with a big meter called the Sob-O-Meter. It's all about books that'll make you cry. And there was a little poll saying which is the book that makes you cry the most out of this list. I obviously picked The Fault in Our Stars because feelings. But Aristotle and Dante was over there, and so is this next book, which I haven't actually heard of, called Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. It is about a 15-year-old girl named Lena in 1941 in Soviet Russia. One night, the Soviet government, police, KGB type people come into her house and take them away and send them to Siberia, and this is the book about it. And it sounds really, really sad, but really interesting, and I love books about the 1940s in Europe and Russia, and Holocaust survivor memoirs, and that kind of stuff, so I'm really excited to get my hands on this. I'm probably actually going to start it today. 7 books to read in March, and if I do get all of those done, since a few of them are pretty easy reads, I want to reread Uglies by Scott Westerfeld. I loaned this whole series to my sister and niece. They never read it, so when my niece asked to borrow Divergent, I was like, yes, but you have to bring my Uglies series back first. So she did, and since I haven't had it for almost a year, yes, you heard me, this is why I don't lend out my books very often, I want to reread them. I remember really alright, so my camera just ran out of space and I deleted a little bit, but I really don't have much time left. So yeah, I really enjoyed the series in high school. I really am excited to read it again. It's a dystopian universe where at age 15, I think, they go from looking like normal people, uglies, to pretty. They get an operation to smooth their skin. And so anyways, they get a surgery to make them pretty, and she tries to run away, as I remember, and there's a love story, obviously, and there's 4 books, and I'm really excited, and I really hope my camera doesn't run out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! What are you reading in March? Bye!